Alright, so this is going to be another movie review. This one's called Fatal Attraction 1987. I love this flick. I really can't compare it to Basic Instinct, although it does have that kind of noir, kind of dark stuff in it. I guess this is a sexual thriller kind of deal. It's like Double Indemnity, a modern version of Double Indemnity, I think, with a different story. But it's got Glenn Close playing the Black Widow. I've never been a big fan of Glenn Close. Especially when she was in that kind of middle-age crisis, coming-of-age crap movie. The Big Chill, I think it was called. And I hate that flick. When I watched it on video, horrible. Back in the late 80s. Yeah. I actually sat through that movie. But she kind of surprised me. Her breasts are kind of, I don't know, they're like Egyptian pyramids, kind of flat-chested in the middle, and then they kind of jut out like Egyptian pyramids, kind of like my man boobs. Anyways, I thought I wasn't going to like to see her naked, but she looked pretty good with her suntan and everything, and her kind of mop hairdo. The ending was pretty intense. They're going ah like that, and pretty cool scene at the end. You've probably already seen it if you haven't seen the movie. You've at least seen the ending. Like I said, I can't really compare it to Basic Instinct because number one, Sharon Stone plays a bisexual woman, and it's sort of ambiguous who's doing all the killings, the slasher killings. Until the end, you can sort of guess who it is. I guess the homosexual protesters guessed who it was. They weren't too happy about it. But the ending is, even the ending of Basic Instinct is ambiguous, keeps you guessing. Both movies have Michael Douglas. I can't really say if Sharon Stone is prettier than Glenn Close. They both have their pluses, I guess. Glenn Close with their interesting breast geometry, symmetry, whatever you want to call it. And then you've got Sharon Stone with her suit, dark eyebrows, and her blonde kind of butch hairdo. I don't know. It's a toss-up. They're both kind of attractive for white women, I have to admit. I didn't think that I'd be attracted to Glenn Close, but I can sort of sympathize with her. I mean, at least in the beginning, I couldn't really understand why she kidnapped the kid. That was a little bit, that was a little bit extreme, and I could understand why Michael Douglas wanted to choke her twice. After she kidnapped my kid, shit, I want to choke her too. I feel like my ex-wife is kidnapping my son, and there's nothing I can do about it. Legalize kidnapping. But well, I can't really say that. I'm going back to court starting next week. I go to the lower court, then followed by the the appeals court. So it's kind of a good chronology, I guess. So basically, the plot is well, there is no plot. Okay, I couldn't find any redeeming qualities in any of these people. Um, even Michael Douglas' wife kind of ticked me off. Um, so Michael Douglas is happily married. He's got a daughter who looks uh, amorphous, like she looks like a boy. Okay, she's got kind of short hair, and she's got a boyish face. Uh, Basically, she looks like an 8-year-old boy or a 6-year-old boy. Okay, so um, Michael Douglas is happily married with his daughter who looks like a boy. Um, he's got a cushy lawyer type job that allows him to go to some crazy training seminar slash uh, drinking social gathering. um, so the seminar's got some kind of samurai kind of motivational book or something. I don't know. It's kind of weird 80s stuff, man. So they're that's where they that's where Michael Douglas and his coworker friend, another married guy, they meet Glenn Close, his chubby coworker friend, wants to hit on Glenn Close even though he's married. Um, she starts flirting with Michael Douglas. Like they go out for dinner, and I guess she's like one of his third party type of customers or something. I don't know. She's like an editor of books, and he's the lawyer for these books. Okay, that's the extent of their professional relationship. So they go out to dinner at some Japanese restaurant, and then they and then all of a sudden Glenn Close gets really greedy. He says, she says, "Well, I'm a woman. You're a man, and we're both adults. So let's go to my pad." So they do, and he gets his one night stand kind of deal. Um, he doesn't know that she's not wearing any contraceptives, or she's not on the pill. So he gets her pregos. We find out later that she's pregos with his baby, presumably, or at least she claims it's his baby. Um, so she starts going psycho, like slashing her wrists, having a neurosis fit or something. um, so Michael Douglas bandages up her wrist. It's pretty cool too because right when he's about to leave and ditch her, like the horse she is, he she's like touching his head like this, and you see the blood smearing on his cheek. That was pretty cool. I never seen that before. Um, so I guess they're both of them are a big fan of the opera, but other than that, they have nothing in common. Um, Glenn Close starts to go nutsoid, like I said. She plays the Black Widow, Barbara Stanwyck type of crazy bitch. Um, but I could kind of sympathize what she was going through. I kind of felt the same way when I was going through my second divorce, and I couldn't see my son initially. I just went on a drinking binge to help me sleep at night, and it ended up keeping me awake at night instead. So I just gave up drinking. Plus, it wasn't good for my liver, drinking drinking this malt liquor shit, Mike's hard lemonade shit, black cherry flavor every friggin' night, and then on the weekend just getting hammered and watching Netflix. That wasn't good for my liver, so I gave up drinking altogether. And but this Glenn Close character is, I could sort of relate to her emotional distress. Uh, Not to the extent that she was acting out, but I could sort of relate to how she felt, especially considering that she didn't want to get an abortion, which is kind of admirable, actually. It's too bad that she went crazy at the end. I kind of felt sorry for her. Honestly, uh, I didn't like the Michael Douglas character. Um, Glenn Close was right that he was being selfish and he was ignoring her. Um, I felt like he was doing that in the movie, especially when after she bought, you know, 2 opera tickets for Madame Butterfly, and he refused to go. He basically told her to get lost. So a similar kind of thing where I bought flowers on Monday, and my date flaked on me all week long, making up excuses like, "Oh, I had a bad day, I had a headache," and then I haven't heard from her since Wednesday. So that was discouraging, but keep trying, I guess. Anyways, so she gets a hold of the kid's rabbit and like sticks it in a pot full of boiling water. It's all bloody and stuff. So the kid starts crying, having an emotional outburst that a rabbit died. Um, and and then, like I said, she kidnaps the kid from school, and they go on a roller coaster. She drops off the kid back at the house. Meanwhile, the mother's like searching frantically for her daughter, and she ends up getting in a car accident because she keeps looking to the side. She's not looking at the road. She's looking at the sidewalks for her daughter, and so she ends up in the hospital. Um, by this time, she already knows that Michael Douglas is had an affair with Glenn Close because Michael Douglas spilled the beans. You also see Fred Gwynne from the Munsters and the boy who could fly. Yeah, he's in this one too. You see him as like a really tall, kind of professional looking lawyer boss type. You see him for about, I don't know, a minute or two, not too long. And pretty cool flick, like really dark. And Glenn Close's apartment was really kind of depressing. And I can understand how she felt lonely in that place. Um, so overall, I give it 5 out of 5 stars. I really love this flick. Um, it's a lot like Basic Instinct in the sense that both of them are kind of noir flicks, and both of them came out around the same time. Both of them starring Michael Douglas. He's pretty good in this one, but like I said, I couldn't really relate to his character at all. Seems like he's not willing to take responsibility for his actions, and and that's what partly. I mean, I can't make excuses for Glenn Close's bizarre behavior in this, but um, I could sort of relate to how she felt towards him. Um, like she felt total betrayal, that kind of stuff. So, great flick. Check it out. Laters.